Hello, my name is Abdurrahman Mahmoud, and today I'm going to be explaining alkane, alkene, and alkyne. First, I'm going to be talking about the suffix. The suffix is the end of the name of the organic molecule. For example, alkane is ane, and that's a single bond. The suffix for an alkene is ene, as that's for a double bond. The suffix for alkane is ane, as that's for a triple bond. Alkanes are hydrocarbons with all single bonds between all carbon atoms. Alkanes can be either straight chain or branch chain, which means single bond. Alkanes are also called paraffins. Generally, the molecule formula of alkanes is CnH2n plus 2, where N is the number of carbons. Few examples of alkanes in increasing order of the carbon number are methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, and etc. And here is an example. Name, first we'll talk about name, molecule formula, which is CnH2n plus 2, then condensed structural formula, then number of possible isomers. First, we're going to be talking about methane, which is CH4. It's called methane because the first part is called meth, because it only has one carbon, and ane because it's a single bond, and so on. Second example is called ethane, because it has only two carbon and single bonded. The third example is called propane because it has 3 carbon and a single bond. And the last example, because the rest is easy, is called butane because it has 4 carbon and a single bond. Alkenes are hydrocarbons with at least one carbon-carbon double bond. Alkenes are also called as olefins. Generally, the molecule formula of alkenes is CnH2n, where N is the number of carbons. Few examples of alkenes in increasing order of carbon number are ethene, propene, butene, pentene, and etc. Now we're going to talk about alkane. Alkanes are hydrocarbons with at least one carbon-carbon triple bond. Alkanes are traditionally known as acetylenes. Generally, the molecule formula of alkanes is CnH2n-2, where N is the number of carbons. Few examples of alkanes in increasing order of carbon number are ethane, propane, butane, and etc. Now, we're going to talk about representation. First, we're going to talk about alkanes. As you can see in the first example, methane. It's called methane because, as you can see in the first part, meth, which only has one carbon, and the second part, ane, because it's only single bonded, as you can see. And the second example, ethane. The first part, eth, because it has 2 carbon, and ane came from all the single bonds, as you can see. There's no double bond or triple bond in both of these examples. Now we're going to talk about alkenes. As you can see in the first example, ethene. First part, eth, because of the 2 carbons, as you can see, and ene because it has a double bond. There's always like a double bond between the 2 carbons. Not a single bond or not a triple bond. So as propene. The first part pro because it has 3 carbons, as you can see, and ene because there is a double bond. And last but not least, alkanes. Alkanes is because there's a triple bond inside the organic molecule. As you can see in the first example, ethane. You can see a triple bond between the 2 carbon. And the second example, propane. There's a triple bond between one of the 2 carbons, and it's pro because it has 3 carbons. And thank you.